It's great that so many people have been able to make the time to be here. This was put together by three key organisations within Lockhill Park, the Community Garden, Friends of Lockhill Park and Ripples. And they, I guess, connect very strongly with the people that we're farewelling today, because they've had so much to do with those organisations and to I guess developing Lockhill Park as it is. We're going to do a bit of a three-person acknowledgement here, representing those three parts of Lockhill Park. Today's celebration really is, I guess, to acknowledge two people who have played a massive part in developing, or Lockhill Park developing as the place that it is, physically, socially, and I guess how we as a group interact. It's great to, my task is to talk about the Ripples bit, and it's probably, if I go back, and I don't know how many years I need to go back, but it's probably about 2012 or 2013. I can remember a conversation with Pam and Judy and I at the back of our garage in the front of in their front yard, saying, "Oh, I wonder if anyone else is interested in engaging in some art around the place." And as a result of that conversation and the energy that people like Pam have put into it, we now have Ripples. And Ripples wouldn't exist in the way that it exists without what Pam has done. She was the, and we certainly weren't very formalised to begin with, but she morphed into being the secretary, and was secretary for many years within Ripples, and as part of that process has done many of those things that have set the pattern of behaviours and interactions and processes that are now in place that make Ripples a great place, a great artistic community group. She set up the first Sala exhibition, coordinated group of a small committee that worked through, and that wasn't an easy task, and just convincing people that they could exhibit. And you know, we're to the point now where we have 20 to 30 people that exhibit every year. We've had 4 Sala exhibitions, and that's a very direct result of the endeavour and passion and hard work of Pam. She's also been a very active committee member for most of the time that Ripples has been going. Coordinated workshops for the City of Campbelltown in things like with children's workshops. She's run a whole lot of workshops in things like Zentangles and some fabric things. Developed the Constitution. She's been an active artist, a mosaic designer, and I guess the drain out the front of the house that Judy has now purchased, that was Pam's conception, and our endeavour, led by Pam. And Pam, when she stepped down as secretary, has continued really as an active member of Ripples, and really appreciate everything that she's done. And I'm sure I've missed lots of what you've done, Pam, but really greatly appreciate it. You're a very creative soul, and your creativity pervades all that you do and all that you say. So I really acknowledge that. And you really help. I'm saying positive things that are true. We thought as a group of Ripples people, and particularly the committee, that we needed to do something that was significant to acknowledge all of that hard work that you put in. And we didn't do this lightly, and it's never been done in the history of Ripples before, but we'd like to confer life membership of Ripples upon you. And all you really get is a certificate that I knocked up on the computer and Judy laminated. But I'd like to say thank you very much, and you are a member of Ripples, whether like it or not, for the rest of your life. And you don't have to pay any more subs. That's about all it really gives you, other than lots of recognition. Ken. I need to spend a little bit of time on Ken, because he's a very different kettle of fish. Ken's involvement in Ripples has not been insignificant, and he has been a very active member, and I can remember his pronouncements of "I'm not artistic," and I think even Pam's pronouncements that he's not artistic. But a very reluctant mosaicer to start with, but certainly has hung in there and contributed big time. And over the last, I think, 3 Sala exhibitions, to describe his works as monumental is understating how big they are.
It's not monumental.
So he is also very pedantic. His artwork displays passion, always has powerful messages about the environment. You really get an insight into those things that are important to Ken. So, Ken, I think you were the person that conceived the name Dreamwaves. Yes, so that's stuck, and that'll be there forever. So we really appreciate, as Ripples members, your participation, active participation and contribution to Ripples. So thank you very, very much. I better not forget this one. Musician. At our Sala exhibitions, Ken has arranged over the last 3 years. Yeah, a group of his friends and fellow musicians to play, and that's just added a dimension that I think we all appreciate, is quite fabulous. So thank you very much, Ken.
In principle, it can continue without me.
Is that possible? And this is the last bit I'll say. So I just wish you all the very best. I'm so in awe of, I guess, the big adventure that you have before you, and the courage that you've got to be able to take, because we all look at, wouldn't it be good to do this? You're doing it. So, good on you, and all the very best. And Judy and I are going to see you in late September, October. You can't get rid of us because we're travelling past. Okay, so thank you very much.